everyone. We finished with the History and Civics Semester 2 examination. It was a very easy paper. If you knew your content, you will get full marks. Many of you are expecting 40 out of 40. Very good indeed. Let's have a look at the answer key. The first question, part 1 MCQ. Question 1. The High Court judge can remain in office till he or she attains the age of 62 years. That's the correct answer. High Court judge, 62 years. Which of the following statements does not apply to the Lok Adalat? The correct answer is C. If the cases take a long time to get resolved, this is the correct answer. Question 3. A person should have completed the age of dash 35 years to be eligible for election as vice president. The president can declare a national emergency when there is a threat to the security of the country. The Sessions Court deals with criminal cases. Which of the countries is not a member of the permanent member of the Security Council? That is Germany. The signatory countries of the Triple Alliance were C. Germany, Italy, Austria, Hungary. The full form of UNESCO is United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. That's option A. The Security Council consists of 10 non-permanent members. The term non-alignment means not to align with any of the power blocks. So here we have your 10 MCQ answers. Part 2, section A, again, questions were very direct. The question on the Prime Minister, the executive. Under what circumstances can the president use his discretion to appoint the Prime Minister? So you had to mention one discretionary power of the president. This happens when there is no clear party that has secured a majority. Then the president can use his discretion. On whose advice does he appoint the Council of Ministers? The Prime Minister. What is meant by the term collective responsibility? All the ministers are collectively responsible to the House of the People, to the Lok Sabha. All the decisions are applicable to the ministers. If a no confidence motion is passed, the ministry has to resign. All these points come under collective responsibility. Name the 3 categories of the Council of Ministers: cabinet ministers, ministers of state, and deputy ministers. Any 3 powers of the Prime Minister with reference to the president. So you could write any 3. The president summons and prorogues the houses of the parliament on the advice of the Prime Minister. The president appoints the council of ministers on the advice of the Prime Minister. The president exercises all his powers on the advice of the Prime Minister. So these 3 powers are there. Even when it comes to dismissing the Lok Sabha, that is also done on the advice of the Prime Minister. Question 3 on the judiciary, Supreme Court. What is the term of the Supreme Court judge? So that is 65 years. Name the procedure through which the judge can be removed. Impeachment. What is meant by judicial review? When the Supreme Court has the power to review the laws passed by the Union Legislature. If it finds that the laws are going against the spirit of the Constitution or the letter of the Constitution, it can declare it ultra vires or null and void. Explain the term original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. This refers to the part of the Supreme Court where it can hear cases in the first instance. That means when these cases come, they come directly to the Supreme Court. Name 2 kinds of cases. So there are 5 examples in the book. You can write interstate disputes, center-state disputes, disputes pertaining to fundamental rights, also disputes pertaining to the interpretation of the Constitution. Name any 3 writs. So there are 5. You can write any 3. Just name them: habeas corpus, mandamus, quo warranto, certiorari. The next question, question 4 on World War I. Name the signatory countries of the Triple Entente. So Triple Entente was Russia, England, and France. What is meant by imperialism? Imperialism means when one strong country dominates a weaker country, uses it as a colony. Anything pertaining to this, we can write. Immediate cause of World War I. So the immediate cause of World War I was the Sarajevo crisis or you can write the assassination of Archduke Francis Ferdinand, or yes, Sarajevo crisis and assassination of Francis Archduke Ferdinand. This is enough. Then amount of reparation that Germany had to pay, it was $33 billion. Mention any two terms of the Treaty of Versailles which affected the German military. You can talk about the military being limited to 1 lakh soldiers, the Navy restricted to 15,000 men, no ships, no submarines. Look at the picture, question 5, identify the leader in the picture. That was Adolf Hitler. What was the name given to the form of dictatorship? That was Nazism. Any two similarities in the ideologies? Both were anti-democratic, anti-communist, both were intensely nationalistic, both believed in one party, one leader, any of these two. What was the immediate cause of Second World War? It was Hitler's invasion of Poland, or Hitler's demand for the Danzig corridor. Mention two reasons why Hitler demanded the Danzig corridor. So you can talk about he wanted to connect Germany with East Prussia. He wanted to bring the Germans under one geographical territory. And there was an accusation that the Germans were being ill-treated. So any of those 2 points you can write. Explain how the Japanese invasion of China became a cause for World War II. So Japan invaded China, it invaded Manchuria. Japan appealed to the League for help. The League did not pay attention to it. Britain and France also did not pay attention to it. Britain and France thought that Japan could be used to weaken the authority and power of China, and thus war became inevitable. Question 6, state any two objectives of the United Nations. You could just write any two from the ones given in italics. You could also write decolonize, disarm, develop. Those also are the objectives of the UNO. How many judges is the International Court of Justice composed of? So there are 15 judges, and what is their term? It's a 9-year term. 3 functions of the General Assembly, very direct, any 3 you could have written. Full form of WHO, that is World Health Organization, again any 2 of its functions pertaining to the function of health. So that was the answer key. I hope everybody has done very well and everybody will score very good marks. All the best for the rest of the papers. Thank you. Happy learning.